He brushed his palm against the stubble on his chin. Apparently struck by the sound and the sensation, he did it again. He's going to start yapping again, Wyatt thought, glancing at the lightless, shallow eyes. He won't be able to help himself. As if on cue, Sugarfoot Younger said, "You know Jesse James? The outlaw? Well, get this. He had these two brothers in his gang, and their last name was Younger." He tipped back his head at Wyatt. "I reckon that makes me and Ivan the second Younger brothers." He watched Wyatt, waiting for a response. Wyatt said nothing, merely lifting his wrist to check the time. Like all his movements, it was fluid and economical. "There's this film about them," Sugarfoot said. "The Long Riders. About how they were always getting hassled, so they hit back. They did trains, banks, whatever. I got the video at home." Wyatt had heard about this cowboy fixation. It probably accounted for the name Sugarfoot, a name from an old television show, but he hoped somebody was being ironical when they gave that name to Bruno Younger. Bruno Younger was the right age for a cowboy punk, about 21, but he was a heavy-featured, vicious boy, and Wyatt could not imagine him robbing a train on horseback. "There's this long scene near the end," Sugarfoot said. "The gang hits a bank in Northfield, Minnesota. The Great Northfield, Minnesota raid. But they've been set up. It's filmed in slow motion," he said. He paused. "Orchestrated," he said, as if testing the word. "It's orchestrated. Second by second, every shot in close-up." He shot the windscreen with his finger. Pow! There's this sort of fantastic thunk when the slugs hit. Again, Wyatt failed to respond. Sugarfoot, annoyed now, said, "Ivan reckons you're a hotshot at banks and armoured cars and that." Wyatt continued to watch the sparse traffic and the Froome place behind its screen of English trees. Sugarfoot gestured abruptly. "If you're so good, how come you're doing this pissy insurance job for him?" Good question, Wyatt thought. He sensed, without turning around, that Sugarfoot had his head cocked at a smart-ass angle. He was not surprised when Sugarfoot said, "I mean, it's not what you'd call heavy duty. Lose your nerve." Wyatt noted the time on his watch. "Ah, well," Sugarfoot said, airily. "Ivan reckons you'll learn me some tricks of the trade, so I guess I better be patient." Wyatt stiffened, but he said nothing. It could wait. "Course, you could be bankrolling a big job," Sugarfoot said, watching Wyatt's face. "Maybe with Hobber?" "Put your gloves on," Wyatt said. Sugarfoot pulled on latex gloves and started the engine. "Come on, Wyatt. Is it a bank? Armoured van. You going to let me and Ivan in on it?" "Just drive," Wyatt said, taking gloves from the inside pocket of his thin, tan leather jacket. Sugarfoot drove away from the curb, across the street, and into the steep driveway of the Froome place. The taxi's tyres rumbled expensively over the gravel surface. Well-tended trees arced above. Then the taxi emerged from the darkness onto a paved area at the front of the house, where a small-leafed wall ivy crept like a stain towards the upper levels of the house. A light was on above the door. "Park here," Wyatt said. "Do what taxis do. Lights on, engine running." "You told me that." "I'm telling you again." Sugarfoot braked, shifted the gear lever into park, and both men drew balaclavas over their faces. They got out. As Wyatt pressed the illuminated buzzer set into the doorframe, he murmured, "Remember, she's old. She's only the housekeeper." "Number 2, Sugarfoot said. "Listen to the same shit over and over again." Wyatt held up his hand. A curtain had twitched at a window. The housekeeper was there, just as Ivan Younger had briefed him. That meant the alarm system was off. The housekeeper would see the taxi, take the security chain off, and come out.